Okay, guys. Hi, my name is De'Aaron.
I'm Elizabeth.
Today, we're going to talk about some interesting topics here at MLEC. So, for one, we're going to do traditional high schools versus MLEC. Because technically, we aren't a traditional high school because we don't have like sports and everything. But I would like to say that I feel like we're better than the rest
I feel
of
like
them.
we make it up in activities, our culture.
And just being a Jaguar itself, because everyone cannot be a Jaguar,
This is true. Jaguars have their own way of life.
This is true. First, let's start off with the event that we just had, MLEC Bash, which is
Grad experience. But De'Aaron made her own name for it.
I call it MLEC Bash because everyone in other schools have Grad Bash, but we had MLEC Bash. Like, we were there longer. We got on every ride that we wanted to. What else?
We had Mardi Gras.
We definitely had
I got my beads.
Everybody had stacks of beads leaving there. We ate everywhere we wanted to, even on the city walk. And when you go to Grad Bash, the city walk is closed. You go at night with tons of other schools. You can barely get on rides.
And then I got feedback that they only went on like 3 rides. Lines were incredibly long.
My friends that went to Norland, one of their buses broke down, and they had to lap up with other buses.
These bus drivers are overworked because they gotta be up from like 3 to like 3 p.m. because you hit the road at like 3 p.m.
Yes,
and then you're awake
by 12.
And then you drive back at like 2 a.m. and you don't get back to Miami until like what, 5 a.m.
Yes, they did.
So these bus drivers are sleepy driving these buses,
which is so unsafe because not only are the kids like. See, that's why I really appreciate Cordova because she like had everything set to a T. Like people were still asleep by the time they got to schools. Like they had a pit stop. They had a pit stop to McDonald's down here at 2 a.m. No, at 4 a.m. before they got back. And the workers at that time, are like, "Oh yeah, I'm done for night. Nobody's gonna come in here." 3 whole buses come in.
They're not prepared.
Like, they're not prepared for that, which is, like, so unfair. Like, we stopped at the rest stop. And then, also, my friend was telling me that they stopped at the rest stop when they first went up there for an hour and a half. Because their activities director didn't keep time.
What the heck?
See, Cordova would never.
Cordova would never. She's got our backs.
Listen, we love Miss Katrina Cordova. She is the GOAT.
You have to applaud for her. She works hard, day and night.
So, Liz, even though that they had a big old grand party at the Grad Bash, would you still rather be there rather than Grad Experience?
I really like Grad Experience because I like being at the park longer because I don't like, for me, taking the risk of not being able to go on all the rides isn't really worth it because you don't get to go to a park every year, you know? Like some people don't go to a park every year, so some people really want to do as many rides as they can, and I feel like at Grad Bash you don't always are able to because there's always the risk of them closing the rides for maintenance and whatnot. So, and then there's also the argument of, oh, you're at the park at night, and for me that doesn't really, I don't care about that because I've been to Halloween Horror Nights. You get the same effect,
this
you know?
is true.
Like if you want to be at the park at night, go to Halloween Horror Nights.
This is very valid. And me personally, I feel as if the ride wasn't like even iffy. Like the ride I got on every ride I wanted to. But also I love the scenery. Like you could see every color of everything. Like even like on this not the city walk, but when you're going through like each park, you can see the different stores and all. You can't see that in the nighttime.
No.
They have lights, but they only have lights where they had the party at.
And let's say like if you want to buy something too at night, you can't because the stores are closed.
Everything is closed.
So they have like the few places for Grad Bash merch, but like with all those kids, it all gets sold out
really fast, and they all have to go as soon as they got there because everything's gonna be sold out. By the time they left, everything's to end up closing on them, and a lot of people couldn't get the big fluffy shoes that they wanted. I got my Unicron shoes as we left the park because we had enough time. We were just there with like probably families, middle schoolers, but it just like it wasn't bad at all. Like, we had a good time.
Like for me, I really enjoy having that extra time at the park just to chill. Like I remember sophomore year when we went to SeaWorld, me and my friend, we did all the rides we wanted, and then we just walked to the park and went shopping. And for me, that was super peaceful, and I really enjoyed that. And so like sometimes just having to go, like you're planning a ride and then you're constantly on the go, it gets tiring and stressful.
This is true, and most of them were very sweaty at the end. I'm telling you, this is stuff that I'm hearing from my friends. They were sweaty. Some people got put in like the little like jail thing because they kept skipping the line.
No way.
Yes, and it was like they seen the video, they made it TikToks about it. I'm just like, all this happened at Grad Bash the first night. Like this is why they're thinking about canceling Grad Bash because Universal don't want to deal with this.
But even then, like talking to Cordova, she's like explained how much Grad Bash has changed over the years, and especially how COVID has affected it. Like she said, like you used to bring like Pitbull, Britney Spears out. Like there were big headliners to these things, and now it's just like a random DJ with like a speaker. You know, it's not as big. And then also like the rides, like there's so many complaints of the rides closing down, and ultimately that's why you're there, or to be with your friends.
Yes, and a lot of rides got stuck. My friend got stuck on Velocicoaster right before they went upside down. So imagine how scary it was. That they did was
that's like my biggest fear.
Like what do you do? That's been it for me the rest of the night. Like I don't want to go.
Literally, no. I'm not going to any other ride if my ride breaks.
Okay, so when you did go to MLEC Bash, what was your favorite ride?
Velocicoaster.
I'm gonna have to agree with that.
Like,
I don't know, the Rip Rider.
That one's good, but they're closing it down.
Yes.
Which is kind of annoying because I like that ride because I'd like to be able to listen to music while I'm on the ride.
I was so scared. They was like, click your music, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm so like. What do I press? And it popped was Britney Spears playing in my ear. I'm like, okay.
I did Kendrick Lamar.
A lot of people, Rihanna. When I was with her, she was listening to Kendrick Lamar. So was Estepe. No, Estepe didn't get on it. Was it Lucis?
Yes. Okay.
Yes, and most of the park, like you don't see like their administrators were not there. I was with Cordova, Galarcy, Estepe, Lucis. I'm missing one. Ochoa, Borges. Like a lot of us, we were just like
it's
there.
Just a chill. Like you just meet up with them, take selfies.
Like, hey, take selfies, like check in, and then like they just gonna ride. They were big kids as well, and that's like really
I love that. I love to see that. I love to see like teachers just vibing with us.
Yes, I don't like the strictness, and that's
like literally they're in their own world. They're so carefree. Like obviously they still have to like be on like watch, like protect the kids and whatnot. But then they're just like vibing too, and I love that.
And that happens. I feel like that happens simply here at MLEC because other traditional high schools, they have to be on 10s at all times because you never know what the kids are going to happen. Because I know a couple kids that went there and had like little boxes in their pockets and stuff when we're doing illegal stuff, and I'm just like. That would have never happened. Like we got our bags checked, and even if we didn't even check, we know better because we know them consequences. Not walking the stage.
Also, we try to really hold like the reputation that we have. Like we don't want to like people to look. We don't want people to see MLEC and be like, oh, this school did this, yada yada, and they're like, no, you can never do this ever again. Like we hold like a really strong reputation of being respectable, behaving well, and holding up like these standards of excellence.
I agree. I feel like that is, but that's a Jaguar. Those are Jaguar standards because everyone cannot be a Jaguar. Like I'm gonna sell that. Okay, so let's talk about other things that traditional high schools have and we don't have.
Sports is, I feel like, the biggest one. Okay, and you know me, true. I don't play sports, like so I'm not like, oh, I need to join this team. But also, I feel like it depends on like the experience. If you want the Friday night there's this football game, let's go. This is not the school for you because I feel like a lot of kids aren't in that culture since we don't have that. And obviously, if that's what you're trying to achieve and have, obviously go to a school of sports. But also, you chose to come here, so there's like, don't really complain if you don't have sports, because if you wanted to go to a sports game or be on a sports team, you can.
You can pay for your homeschool. And if you don't even have to pay for your homeschool
the bus even takes you to your home. To the
exactly. All you have to do is just change your route number, and you will go to that school. And also, we don't have sports. And Friday nights in September through October, I was at a football game every Friday.
I've been to like 5 football games.
Exactly. I will go to Trans Powell where they host the big football games, or I will go to a school. All you have to do is buy a ticket online or have a friend that goes to
closed doors to high school. Those school students only.
So it's just like, okay, we don't have sports, but we also do events that showcase sports.
I feel like the people that are in charge of activities at our school, like Cordova and then Galarcy, they do a really good job at replacing what we don't have with something else. Like the fact that they do go ahead and make these jams through soccer, volleyball, basketball is really considerate, because sports is still a really big part of a lot of kids' experience in school and outside of school.
Yes, and I feel like it's great that we have like teams that's grade level wise, because just like you would think that since the freshmen are so small they'll lose, but then they'll go against the juniors and beat them. It's like, hold on, wait now. So it's like very exciting. I feel like that's and also that I'm going to piggyback off what you said about them coming up with different activities for us, such as Mardi Gras. We had Mardi Gras 2 years ago, and we have the what's it called, the mariachi come off every year. And what did we just have?
We had the Black History Fashion Show.
The fashion show, the history show.
I feel like Cordova gets really creative with what she does, because other schools, they might do something, but I feel like with the way Cordova and like the club sponsors and officers, they work it, and they really try to immerse the student experience as much as they can, because we are a school driven by academics, but I think everybody realizes how important it is to have some time to just relax and be like, I'm a high school student still. Like, I don't need to work so much.
Mm-hmm. That's why I feel like that's why they give us so much, like, how to say, praise when we do get honor roll. Like, every honor roll, you get, like, probably, like, a cookie.
So superior gets, like, a breakfast, and then principal gets a breakfast, and then superior gets, like, ice cream, donuts. Like, they show us, like, we know you guys work so hard, and we're gonna give y'all that. Because it's, like, as much as the school is based off academics, they still, like, make it a good time. Like, in lunch, when Cordova's here, she plays music all through lunch, and we have a good time. She puts on songs that are, like, known for us, not just, like, older songs or, like, diverse
K-pop
mix.
songs. Yeah, it's just a lot of songs that, for, like, people can have a good time. So I just feel like, genuinely, like, I don't know about traditional high schools, because they're messy and, like, it's scary.
And I feel like also, like, we are really small. Like, we're only, like, 1,000 kids. So it helps keep us tight knit. Like, we don't know everybody, but, like, you know,
you've
like,
seen them, or you know who they're be with.
And, like, we're all kind of, like, we're all really different and similar in the same time. Like, we're not looking for trouble, you know? And if there is trouble,
it gets solved, like,
it's solved, you know? Like,
yes.
Admin don't play.
Yes, and I love how they know, like, 85% of everyone's name.
They
like,
do.
Probably not the freshmen, but, like,
they recognize you.
Yeah, if you've been here for a year and a half or something, they're gonna be like, oh, hey, like, how you doing? You're gonna have, like, a funny, like, giddy thing that you have.
It's really close, and I appreciate that. Like, they take an effort to actually care about us and, like, what we're doing. Like, they'll ask you, like, where you in college, and now that we're seniors, and it's like, okay.
It's just like, what's your plan when you get there? Like, what are you studying and stuff? It's, like, really exciting, because it's like as much as this is a school, this is my family. Like, you grow, like, we find relationships.
These 4 years.
Like, you meet people that you talk to for a lifetime, and it's just like you create bonds here. That's just like, I would have never met you if I didn't go to this school. Yeah, it's just like, anything else you want to say?
I don't really. I feel like we covered a bunch of stuff about our school versus other traditional high schools, you know? I mean, I don't know if there's any big key difference, you know?
This is so true. And, you know, this is our last ride, Liz. We have, what?
50-ish days?
50-ish days left until we walk across the stage.
How are you feeling? Are you ready?
I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm just like, we did it. Like, I know graduation be like what?
Tearing up.
We're done, but it's like, we're done. Like, we did it. Like, 4 years strong.
I know. I'm excited to, like, get rid of, like, the repetitiveness of high school classes and just
pick my own schedule and live life. But I'm gonna miss it.
That's true. I'm gonna miss, like, I guess, like, the structure of high school, like, waking up, going to class, and now it's like I'm on my own for real.
Exactly. Like, you don't miss class. Your teacher not gonna go. Your school's not gonna call your house and be like, oh, your child didn't make it to school. They're just gonna be like, oh, F for today. Literally. Like, I don't think I can. I don't.
You're just a girl.
I'm just a girl, and I can't handle Fs. Like, I'm just F me. I'm gonna call my mom, and your mom's not gonna do nothing for you, honey.
You're an adult.
You're an adult now. Like, literally. Listen, you're about to turn 18 now officially, so you will be official adult, and I'm an adult already, and that's scary.
You've been an adult for what? How long? A few months?
For like,
since October?
Yeah, so for like 5 months. Five. Yeah, that's not about right. But okay, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Again, my name is De'Aaron.
I'm Elizabeth. Thanks for watching and listening to our little podcast episode of The Breakdown.
What are we gonna call this? Like,
it's the Harbinger Breakdown.
The Harbinger Breakdown.
Girl, don't even know our podcast name.
Listen, I'm just a girl. Bye, guys.
Bye.